So some of the upcoming stuff happening, I'll be taking part on April 18th in Chiefs Committee on Hydro One sales, but we now call it the Sovereign Wealth Committee because it's going to be creating wealth for our First Nations. That will be in Toronto, and while there, I've also been invited to a luncheon with the Chinese ambassador and Mayor John Tory. On the 19th, there will be the number 88 countdown for NAG. That's going to be taking place at Nathan Phillips Square in Toronto. And Councillor Mark Hill and I will attend that. And lacrosse is going to be one of the sports that's going to be highly featured there. Woodland Cultural Centre has a show on April 19th called Colonization Road. On April 19th and 20th, Councillor Carl Hill and Audrey Paulus-Bombury will be going to Ganawagi to attend the Iroquois Caucus. On the 21st and 22nd of April, I will be at Toronto at the Chiefs of Ontario Political Confederacy meeting. And there will be a Grand River prayer breakfast at Fisherville on April 22nd. Some of our councillors will attend. And on April 24th, there is going to be a volunteer awards banquet hosted by the City of Brantford, individuals from Brantford, where they acknowledge volunteers from Brantford, Brant County, and Six Nations. This event's going to be held, as I said, Monday, April 24th at 6 p.m. at the New Credit Community Hall. We encourage people to attend. And the honoree from Six Nations will be Geronimo Henry. So congratulations to Geronimo. Also, just to let everyone know that April 24th to 30th has been declared Public Rail Safety Week. On April 26th, I will be attending the Implementation Committee on the Hydro One rates, which I talked to you about earlier. And then myself, Councillors Terry General and then Mark Hill and Phil Montour will be traveling to New York City on April 27th and 28th to attend the United Nations Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues. We've been going there for a few years and we feel it's important to maintain that presence there. On May 1st, we will be hosting the First Responders Breakfast at the Community Hall. We will be serving breakfast to all the first responders, so the first responders and their families will be invited to that. On May 2nd and 3rd, myself and several councillors will be heading to Gatineau, Quebec for the special All-Ontario Chiefs Conference. Following that, on May 4th, there's going to be a lobby day on Parliament Hill, including all of the chiefs in Ontario, and we'll be taking part in that. As well, Six Nations will have its own meeting with the Federal Minister of Health on May 4th. On May 5th, I will be speaking at the Nations Uniting Annual Retreat at Five Oaks. On May 5th, I will be speaking at the Nations Uniting Annual Retreat at Five Oaks. And on May 10th, Ontario Works is holding a social assistance information session at the Community Hall. That will be held at 9 a.m. So if anyone's interested in that, they can attend that. On May 11th, I will be traveling to Calgary with members of the Six Nations Development Corporation for the Canadian Council of Aboriginal Business Gala. They will be presenting an award to the Development Corporation of the Year. And I'm glad to say that Six Nations Development Corporation has won that award. So that's going to be another fine event. And I think they've done a tremendous job for being such a new corporation. On May 15th, I'll be taking part in a leadership roundtable on an Aboriginal child and youth strategy. And Community Awareness Week is coming up. It'll run from May 16th to 26th. On May 17th, I'll be speaking at the First Baptist Church in the evening in Brantford. And on May 19th, we're going to have some Ontario Legislature interns visit our community. On May 20th, for those of you that may have gone to high school in Hagersville, there is going to be the Hagersville Secondary School reunion on May 20th, and I'll be one of the speakers there that evening. Bread and Cheese Day is May 22nd, and May 23rd, there's going to be the big bike ride for Heart and Stroke. On May 24th, I'll be speaking at BCI there's an event called Equity in Politics organized by the students there. May 25th, there's a group of women chiefs here in Southern Ontario that have been coming together, and they're going to meet here as an Indigenous Women's Leadership Group on May 25th. On May 26th is when Council will hold its barbecue for community awareness, and later that evening, the Woodland Cultural Centre will be holding its annual First Nations Art Show. And on the 29th, I will be attending a Senior Executive Advisory Council at Wilfrid Laurier University, as I'm a member of that council. So we're all pretty busy, and we're going to keep busy. I just want to again congratulate the Six Nations Development Corporation. I also want to congratulate the dancers with Michelle Farmer's Dance School I understand they were recently in a competition in Ohio and that they cleaned up back there and came back with a lot of silverware and a lot of trophies. So congratulations to all those dancers. I also want to congratulate the students from some of our elementary schools who took part in the Bay Area Science and Engineering Fair. They won a number of awards there, and we're going to acknowledge them at council. So good work by our kids. And lastly, I know there's been a lot of tragedy in our community lately. There's been accidents, and there's been people who have been sick, and people that we've lost. And I just want to extend condolences to everybody. I mean, it's been suffering. Everybody's in grieving, and it's just a difficult time for us. And I just want everyone to know that we're all sharing and we're all thinking of everybody, and I just give everybody condolences and thoughts and prayers, and to those that may be suffering or who are ill, we wish you all the best and hope that think you can recover from anything. So let's just all think of each other at this time, and let's again work to make our community safe and healthy.